You heard the president weigh in at the top of the program. Now he's tweeting, and I'm quoting now, anything the Russians did concerning the 2016 election was done while Obama was president. He was told about it and did nothing. Most importantly, the vote was not affected. Is that the most important thing? I guess so. Earlier, he tweeted, I had the right to end the whole witch hunt if I wanted. I could have fired everyone, including Mueller, if I wanted. I chose not to. Joining us now is Deputy White House Press Secretary Hogan Gidley. Hogan, thanks for coming in. I think it's important to reiterate what I did at the top, and since the beginning of this, that it's good for the country that the president and the people in the campaign were found to not be in a criminal conspiracy with Russia. That being said, why is the president and his allies saying that he was exonerated of obstruction, which is literally the opposite of what Robert Mueller decided?
The opposite of exonerated of obstruction is charged with obstruction. Is that what happened, Anderson? Because nobody that I know that read the Mueller report stated that Mueller charged the president with obstruction. Sorry, didn't happen.
Mueller decided.
Well, first of all, I do appreciate you starting that way, because I think it's pretty obvious that so many in the media, so many on the left, were actually upset at the fact that a man they had accused of treason for the better part of 2 years was innocent of that charge.
Oh, no reporter at CNN ever accused the president of treason. I mean, there might have been pundits and analysts.
Yeah, pundits and Democrats did that, absolutely. But the fact is...
Yep, the White House spokesman is absolutely right. CNN pundits over the past 2 years have basically and constantly charged the president with treason by claiming Trump-Russia collusion, which we have now found didn't happen. But now watch as Anderson Cooper tries to overtalk that White House spokesman.
The fact is, we've seen 2,800 subpoenas, 500 witnesses, 500 warrants, 40 FBI agents, 19 attorneys, and a partridge in a pear tree, all to find out there is no collusion, there is no obstruction, and it's a complete and total exoneration.
But saying there's no obstruction, that's not true. I mean, saying that is not what Robert Mueller said. He said, I can't exonerate the president on this, and he pointed out some very detailed examples.
Right, and prosecutors don't exonerate. Prosecutors prosecute if they have the evidence to do so.
But they don't prosecute the president of the United States.
Otherwise, we'd be talking about a president who's under indictment right now, not to mention his family.
Actually, that's not true. That's not true. The attorney...
That's not true! That's not true! Whatever you say, that's not true! Not hearing it! Not hearing it! That's not true! And now, I'm going into overtalk mode to drown out whatever you say.
So to actually bring charges against him would be unfair to the president because the president wouldn't be able to have his day in court.
It's interesting we're talking about what's unfair to the president after being accused of treason for 2 years, but I digress.
You can ignore what I just said.
Robert Mueller, the regs of the special counsel are to actually issue a ruling. They did not. Right. They chose not to do
but
that.
You're ignoring.
It was laden with some political statements, and that's fine.
You said his belief.
Let's go to the impeachment. Air multiple times saying he has that evidence.
I just wish you would acknowledge.
So where is the evidence if he has it?
I just wish you wouldn't make a false statement.
Neither did Robert Mueller. And so the president is clean and he's exonerated.
I don't like talking over because it's rude to the audience, but and I want to be respectful. But you
don't want to overtalk him, yet you keep doing it, Anderson, over and over.
Herself. So I'm not here to speak on behalf of Sarah Sanders.
Well, I'm not asking you to speak on behalf of her,
but I'm going to say.
But is Sarah Sanders going to acknowledge that she lied to the American people?
It's an honor to work for her and an honor to work for this text.
Well,
I've seen the
absolutely.
We don't know I've seen the text.
Well, she said that's not what she said under oath.
People saying
she said it was complete. It wasn't based on anything. There was no basis for what she said.
That was what the conclusion.
What's up with that?
Again. This is so great that we're going to parse every word of this for the next months.
No, I'm not parsing words. It's a pretty bald-faced lie.
Absolutely.
And we just learned it.
But here's the thing. If the president had done something wrong, he would be indicted right now.
The president asked Rod Rosenstein to lie.
He's not going to be indicted. We've been dealing with this now for 2.5 years.
I know you want to ignore the fact that the guy you're working for lies.
I know you want. Look, I know so many reporters wanted the outcome to be the case that Donald Trump had done something illegal.
I'm very happy as an American.
That's why we're sitting here tonight. I'm glad. Most Americans should be happy that their president
did not collude with Russia. I am happy. We are literally saying the same thing, talking over each other.
I'm glad you are.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Must shut him down by over-talking.
I understand where you're trying to go with this, but the fact is, what Democrats have wanted for so long, what Democrats have wanted for so long is for the president to be guilty of dealing.
You won't answer that. You won't acknowledge the president lied about this. It's in the report. I get it.
Look,
I appreciate
Look,
you coming out. You're in a difficult
it's
spot.
not. Look, if they had anything on him, he'd be indicted today. He wasn't because they don't have the evidence.
Did the president lie?
They have to put up or shut up here, Anderson. They
Did
don't
the president
have it.
lie? Did the
I'm
president
not aware
lie?
of. I'm not. No, I'm not aware of him lying. He hasn't lied to me. He's
You're not-
absolutely.
wait,
He's
wait.
absolutely coming
You're not
through on all
aware
the
of the
promises
President of the
he's put
United
forth
States
to the America. He's absolutely coming forth and accomplishing all the promises he did. He said he'd do for the American people, whether it's building
All right.
a wall or defeating ISIS.
Listen,
Absolutely.
if
I
I had a
remember a
boss who
time
lied as
when the
routinely,
president told us
I would have the
all
guts to say he
that
lied.
you could
I
keep
just-
your health care, you could keep
Right,
your
okay.
doctor, you could keep your
Okay.
plan. So don't
Yes,
give
that's
that
just
to
not-
me.
yes,
The
that
fact
was a
is,
lie.
this has been well litigated at this point. 2 years,
Okay.
$35 million, 1.4 million
Right.
pieces of paper.
I feel bad that
and
you're
there's
scared
nothing.
to say that your boss lied. It just
There's
seems.
nothing. I just said
I don't
he
know
didn't.
why. I
There
would
is-
not work in that situation. But anyway, Hogan, I appreciate you're in a
You
difficult
work.
spot.
You're full of. You're full. You have a panel almost every night with people who lie. So I don't know how that's any different than what I'm talking about.
Well, that's unfortunate that you would think that. But
Yada, yada, yada. I'm not stopping until you admit that the president lied.